Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia are devastating at any age. But if you have a young onset, or you're atypical in any way, or it's inherited, there are additional burdens, and it's so hard to get support.
Rare Dementia Support, or RDS, is a UCL-led collaborative service designed to provide information and advice and support and empowerment to people living with rarer forms of dementia.
The idea for a Rare Dementia Support Centre came because I was asked, why isn't there a Maggie Centre for dementia? And that was the beginning of the idea that we should create the world's first Rare Dementia Support Centre, a Maggie's for dementia if you like, but more than that, support, education and research, because actually they're synergistic, they support each other.
The Rare Dementia Support Centre will create the first home for this Rare Dementia Support Service and all of its members, and will really be a hub for all of the different types of one-to-one small group and large group support that we tried to provide for people, and also a hub for our national and international activity, because obviously there are people living with these conditions across the UK and further afield who perhaps currently don't know they've got a diagnosis, and when they do get it, need connection with others and the type of information and support that we can try and provide.
So having an RDS Centre is going to be fantastic for all of our members and people that want to become members, you know, future patients and carers, but also for the staff as well, to actually have a home, have somewhere where we can support people properly. This very rarely happens within services, even within hospitals. People are often in hospital corridors trying to have a conversation. It's just not appropriate. But we'll be able to get people to come in straight after their appointments, give them that much needed support straight away. We'll be able to offer so many more activities and groups and offer peer support, introducing people to other people that are in the same situation. It would just be wonderful to have a home there that everybody can feel part of.
I mean, I'm really excited about it because we live in North London. It's really easy for us to get to. And having somewhere where the offices are here is great, but also having somewhere where there's the training, but also social events. You know, somewhere that caters for Steve's particular condition, and to meet people who are more local to us that we might be able to form friendships with and socialise with would be just amazing for us.
I think it would be great for Rare Dementia Support to have a home. I think it gives the opportunity for people to come together, have a safe space. I think sometimes there's a lot of pressure with where to go, what to do, and I think having a hub with a garden or various different rooms for different breakout sessions and discussions, I think is amazing.
The idea of RDS having a home is excellent because it gives people, especially outside of London, a place they can pilgrimage to and be in an environment which is safe for themselves and the person they're caring for. And it's an environment that person can feel comfortable in, and they can express how they feel to other people that are going through the same situation or similar situations.
What we're trying to do is to provide the centre and its visitors and guests with a physical home, a space that they can take shelter from the world in, take stock, organise their lives, organise their affairs, and generally feel comfort and provided for in a way that perhaps a clinical setting where they've had some pretty dramatic news can't do. A space to think, a space to take pause. We're dealing with 2 existing buildings. They're grade 2 listed. They're existing townhouses. So originally they were designed to be homes. So there's a really nice, satisfying link. It will have a living room. It will have a kitchen. It will have spaces where you can come together. We have made some discrete openings to try and bring as much natural daylight in. We've chosen a material palette that feels homely and domestic. We've chosen colours that have high light reflection values so that people with cognitive difficulties in the fullness of their diagnosis might be able to navigate the space on their own. We've had to make some really serious interventions to put in some lifting platforms so that people whose mobility is impaired can access the services really easily, so hugely inclusive. But I think if people come out of the centre and feel like they've had some respite and they've had an opportunity to have some safe haven, that would be really warming for us.
when we do the support, we don't want it to be in something that feels like a sterile hospital environment. When we do the education, we don't want it to feel like a lecture theatre. And when we do the research, we don't want it to feel like a laboratory. We want these things to be integrated in a homely, comfortable space where people feel relaxed and where they can be their best selves.
We're going to have a centre in London, but that doesn't mean we're London-centric. What we're planning at the moment is our outreach into different areas in the UK, working with health professionals, with researchers, with clinical consultants and support staff all over the UK, so we can share our learning and encourage small groups and hubs to be developed all over the UK. Everybody needs a tag team around them, and that's what we want to provide.
It is a centre of excellence demonstrating how you can stitch together this central specialist and local specific knowledge for people who live with these less common conditions who are geographically spread.
I hope the RDS Centre will be the first of many, and this will be a model for others to follow. I hope it will provide a home for a service that never discharges people, and that once it's established, it'll be so obvious the value that it will be replicated.
The National Brain Appeal exists to support people with neurological conditions. We have been delighted to be able to fundraise for the world's first Rare Dementia Support Centre. It's been a real privilege for us to take part in this project. We would not have been able to deliver the income needed without the wonderful development committee that we have been working with and the amazing generosity of the Hilary and Galen Weston Foundation, the Garfield Weston Foundation, Iceland Foods Charitable Foundation, the Rose Trees Trust, and a whole range of supporters and donors who have so generously given their time and their resources to making this dream a reality.